thank me, Mommy Child. Thank you anytime.
Come here, Jackson. What are you doing?
I drawing Lego Mario.
You want to sit with me for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go live and we're going to talk about the video of you getting your haircut and explain a little bit what it means to be on the spectrum.
The spectrum?
Yeah, the spectrum.
The spectrum.
Yeah. So we're going to see if some people are going to join because people had a lot of questions. And I just want to answer those questions or talk about it. So if you are here, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I am LaQuista and this is Jackson, aka Jack Jack. So, hi. So this is my son who was in the video with the barber cutting his hair. That was Thursday.
Yeah.
I took him to get a haircut. And
yeah, and I got mad, and then I calmed down.
Yeah, you calmed down. You got mad. Why did you get mad?
Cause I don't like loud noises or hair.
Yeah, you don't like the noise in the hair. Right. Okay, so yeah, this is my baby Jackson. He is 6 years old and he is on the spectrum. And I wanted to kind of dispel the myth of what autism kids look like because there's so much negativity surrounding autism and, you know, just kids in general who have special needs. And Jackson is, he's an amazing kid. He's super smart, but it does take a lot. You're saying, yeah, you're super smart. It does take a lot of patience with him at times, but what you can't do, or what I've learned with my son, because everybody is different, you can't get frustrated because he feeds off of my energy. And so we do a lot of work together. I'm a licensed therapist. I don't work with children, but I am a true believer in like self-care and, you know, meditation and breathing. So I try to work with him on his behaviors and letting him know that it is okay to feel what he feels. It's okay to be upset and angry, but you can't just have like a all-out fit and not communicate. And so a part of the frustration is him not communicating or being able to communicate with me. So he's very artistic. And he loves to draw. Go get some of your pictures, baby, and show me your pictures.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Jackson is amazing. But I was so overwhelmed by like some of the comments that I received in DMs with other parents who.
There's Sonic.
Okay, yeah, that's Sonic. So he's obsessed with Sonic.
Yeah.
And he pretty much draws Sonic like all day, every day.
Yeah.
And he actually has an art show tomorrow. So he's very artistic, like I said, very smart. And some people can't even really believe that he's on the spectrum because of, you know, his language and, you know, just the conversation he'll have with you. It's like talking to a grown person. But Jackson didn't talk until he was almost 2 years old. He didn't say a word. Well, he had one word, and that was hot. Like, that was it. And I was really concerned about him and his development because, you know, I have an older son. Jordan is 16, almost 17. And so I'm like, did I miss something? It's been all these years since I've had a kid. I don't know, my baby's not talking. And it wasn't actually until I had a business meeting with a friend who, she's a nurse practitioner. This is his other Sonic that he drew this. He didn't copy, he didn't trace, but he drew this picture. But I was having a business meeting with a friend, and she was telling me that her son was autistic, and at this time he was 18, but she was saying how she missed so many signs, and she broke down crying like at the table. And I didn't know what to do because I had all these feelings and thoughts like inside of me and concern about my child. And it's honestly, it's embarrassing, like, because you feel like a failure. Like, did I do something wrong? You know, he's gonna go get all his artwork, so I'm gonna just hold it up there. You feel like you did something wrong, like in my pregnancy, like, did I not, do what I was supposed to do? But when I left that meeting, I called his pediatrician and set up an evaluation. They asked the standard questions, and she really asked me, what were my concerns, and I was like, well, one, he's not speaking. He could walk. He was very fixated on certain things, so he did not like water to touch him.
Yes, I do.
You do now, but you didn't as a baby. Oh gosh, Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's show you.
Okay. Jackson wants to show his artwork.
Why?
So I was telling her, and she noticed he was kind of fixated on this picture on her stethoscope, and she was like, that could be something. I'm going to refer you to a pediatrician that specializes in developmental delays, autism, all of these things. And unfortunately, we were living on a military base. My husband at the time, I'm divorced now, was active duty. I had just left active duty. And so we had to get a referral off base. The wait time was minimum 6 months to get him evaluated. Luckily, New Jersey had early intervention. Thank God for that. So he qualified for services, and they started working with him. He was getting OT, which is occupational therapy. He was getting speech to help with his language and words, and his motor skills. And eventually he started getting ABA therapy, which is applied behavioral analysis, and it really worked to help with like his behaviors, because that was the big thing with him. Yeah, he really did draw those pictures. He's more of a sensory kid, so loud noises really freaked him out. It was one time we were on a plane, and worst thing, we were stuck on an airplane because the runway was frozen, and he screamed for 2 hours straight. And at that point, we've all been on a plane where somebody's kid won't be quiet, but at that moment, like, all embarrassment kind of goes away, and you're just like, okay, what can I do? There's nothing I can do. Like, the pilot came out and spoke with us, but we've learned to kind of do certain things, do interventions to help, and by all means, every day is not a great day. We have had our challenges this year, but when it comes to getting his hair cut, this was a huge challenge, because you think about how noisy clippers are, the hair getting on him, going into the barbershop, that's already intimidating. He's a very friendly kid, but it's scary. And I used to try to make him go, and I would have to hold him, and he would fuss and fight and kick, and and then I stopped. I was like, why am I doing this? Like, you're laughing now, baby. I'm like, why am I doing this? This is hurting my baby. Like, I'm a therapist. Like, if this was my client, I would never advocate for a client to make their child get a haircut.
Yeah, when loud noise, I will run away.
Yeah, you'll run away.
Yep.
Yeah. So I stopped making him go, and Ree, who is the barber, Exposed Cut, so go follow her. I'm sure you all following her, or that's how you came to know about my page. She was just so patient and kind with him. She was cutting my oldest son's hair, and she had cut his hair a couple times when he was just not having it. And, you know, even though I was kind of ashamed that he was having these tantrums, she was like, it's okay, don't worry about it. She never made me feel bad about it. She would always tell me that I'm a great mom. And I eventually stopped, like, making him get a haircut, but I would take my older son and we would wait in the car because still, like, the noise was too much for him. But when Ree got her own shop, you know, I would let him come into the shop when Jordan would get his haircut, and he would sit and watch. And just one day, out of the blue, he told me he wanted to go to the barbershop. And I was like, are you sure? And he said, yes. Yeah. So we went actually over a year without getting his hair cut, and people would make all kind of comments, cut that child's hair, why don't you get a haircut? And, you know, it's very hard, you know, as a parent, you're very protective of your kids. Yeah. You're very protective of your kids. You don't want anyone saying anything. Do I want some water? You think I need some? Okay, thank you. You're very protective of, like, your kids, but, you know, I kind of had to block that out and ignore it. And when he said he was ready, we went back to Ree, and she started cutting his hair. It was still scary for him, but we got him some headphones. Like, she was just so patient and so kind, and he started to trust her. So we've been doing good. Like, will go like twice a month to get his hair cut, like every other week.
Can you show them my teeth?
Yeah, you can show them your teeth.
What about my newest tooth?
You want to show your teeth? Yeah. Okay, nobody wants to see your mouth. Okay, Jackson. But the other day, Thursday, we were kind of running late, and probably my fault, but we left his headphones at home, so that was already strike one. Strike two, we hadn't really eaten lunch, so he was already kind of cranky, and you know, he was just restless. Yeah. And we went in anyway. Jordan got his hair cut first, and it's Jackson's turn. He's like, no. He wouldn't even get in the chair, and he wouldn't let her put the cape on. He was just not having it, and I was getting frustrated. I'm human. I get frustrated. And Ree, she just kind of stepped in and she talked to Jackson like she normally does, and he refused to sit down, so she started playing with his hair, and she like kind of combed it, and he didn't want that. She was like, no, I'm just gonna touch it. And she cut a little piece of it, and he looked because the hair got on his shirt. He had on a Mario hoodie, and
it's a game called Protect Mario.
Yeah, so she was like, oh, Mario, you can't have hair on Mario, so you have to protect Mario and get the hair off of him. So as she cut the hair, he would, you know, dust it off, and they would run around the shop, and it was just the cutest thing. And I'm sitting there like on the couch, and I just started recording because I just thought it was so amazing that she took the time and the effort with him, and she and that she could do that while this child is like moving around, doing all these things. And I mean, his hair is pretty, look, I didn't brush his hair this morning because we were late for art school, so please don't judge me, but his hair looks good. And she did this while he was standing up doing whatever. So we are so appreciative of her. Yep, she's pretty dope, huh? So she is heaven sent. All of the blessings that she gets from this, like, she truly deserves it. She is top notch, like, professional. Her shop is beautiful. Absolutely love her. And I do want to clarify, so there's always going to be some comments, but there was some comments or confusion about he, she, whatever. So in the video, I said she, referring to Ree the barber. She cut his hair. When I say he, I'm referring to Jackson, my son. So she cut his hair. He does not like hair getting on him in loud noises. So I just wanted to clarify that. because I ain't want nobody, saying like any shadiness or whatever. But yeah, just wanted to, share a little bit more
Yeah.
of our story.
Yeah.
Jackson is, such a, I, what? Huh? No, we're not gonna tell them that.
Why not?
So, one thing I love about Jackson is that is like he's just honest. Like, he's gonna tell you how he feels. He's gonna say what he wants to say, and I'm gonna have to teach him. We don't tell all our business.
One day we got crashed by a car.
Yeah, we got crashed by a car one day.
Yeah.
So now that he brought it up, yeah, so we were in a car accident back in October.
Yeah.
October 22nd, actually. And it was a bit scary. Yeah. So now he'll say all the time, we're going to get crashed by a car.
Yeah, and then Grandma came.
Yeah, your grandma came and took you to the hospital. She took Jordan to the hospital. I went in the ambulance. Right?
Jordan went with me.
Yeah.
So you went to the ambulance?
Yep, I went to the ambulance.
You went to the back of the ambulance?
Huh?
You went to the back of it?
I went to the back of what?
The ambulance? Yes.
Who was that? Who went to the back of the ambulance?
You.
I did. Yeah, so, yeah, I love him. He is all personality. He's very artistic. We're getting ready for his art show tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's looking forward to that. It's his first art show. And yeah, so if anybody has any questions, I'm going to try to go through. Because some of the DMs were, asking, hold on, Jackson, asking how I kind of got him ready or was able to get him to, sit for a haircut. And kind of what I explained, like, I didn't force it. I was patient with him. And it really is about finding the right person that is going to work with him. So many people don't want to work with autistic kids or kids with special needs. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want to go the extra mile. But there are some wonderful people out here who will do that. And it's just natural. Like, it's so natural. It wasn't forced or anything. And he can pick up off of that. Like, he picks up off of people's energy. Jackson, I can't hear you, baby. Can you just say it?
I have to tell them you should not play Roblox anymore.
Okay. Well, we'll tell them later. All right. Yeah, so...
Let's start it right
now. No, we're not going to start that right now.
Yes!
So for all you parents out there, if you have a kid on the spectrum or a family member on the spectrum, you're doing an amazing job. Mom, dad, sister, brother. It is hard. Some days are more challenging than others, but hey, just hang in there. I have had my challenges. It has been hard navigating like school.
Yeah.
But you do have to be an advocate for your child. Like, you're going to be their biggest advocate, and they're dependent on us to speak up for them and surround them with great people. So definitely make sure you go support show her all the love, Exposed Cuts. If you are in Georgia, Duluth, Georgia, you can check her out. Now, don't be filling her up too much where she can't say Jack. I'm just playing. I hope her books stay full, that she stays booked and busy, and all of the amazing things the universe has to offer her. And we will be signing out. I have a 1 p.m. appointment today. And you want to say anything, Jackson? You got something you want to say?
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
That's why you shouldn't play Roblox.
You shouldn't play
Roblox. Roblox.
They're saying that you're handsome. Are you blushing?
I'm not blushing.
Okay. They said that you're talented and that your video made them cry. That's sweet, huh? Yeah. So you want to thank them?
Yeah, they tell them something. That's why you shouldn't play Roblox.
Okay, why you shouldn't play Roblox, Jackson?
Cause when you play Roblox, you be happy when you play Roblox. When you play Roblox, you look at it too long. When you look at it too long, you get a carrot head. When you get a carrot head, everybody will run away and you die.
Oh gosh, that's horrible. So don't play Roblox
Anymore. Don't let your kid.
According to Jackson, I think what he's trying to say is you shouldn't spend too much time playing video games, but I don't know.
I spend a lot of time playing Roblox.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to tell everybody bye?
Bye, everybody.
Okay, thank you. What do you say? Thanks for tuning in. What do you usually say when you record your videos?
Bye.
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 See, can you look at the camera?
Bye.
All right, bye guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.
Okay, I gotta figure out how you end this. Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.